Winning the World Cup once is history, winning it twice is greatness. But winning it multiple times? That's how you become immortal in football. We're talking about the biggest stage in the sport, the FIFA World Cup, where legends are made, careers are defined, and only a few teams in history have managed to dominate it again and again. But here's the real question. Who are the most successful teams ever in World Cup history? Who sits at number one? And which countries have built dynasties that no one else could match? Because when you look at this list, you start to realize just how difficult it is to stay on top of the world. Let's break down the top 10 teams with the most World Cup wins. Number 10. Spain national football team, 1 World Cup. Let's start with Spain. They only have 1 World Cup title, just one. But that one win? It changed football forever. We're talking about the 2010 World Cup. A team that didn't rely on speed, didn't rely on physical dominance, didn't rely on chaos. They relied on control, short passing, movement, possession, that famous tiki-taka style, and it works perfectly. Spain dominated games without needing to score a lot of goals. They controlled the ball so well that opponents barely had a chance to attack. And in the final, they found the one moment that mattered. That's what made Spain special, not just winning, but how they won. Even today, that team is considered one of the most technically dominant sides in football history. So even with just one trophy, Spain's impact is massive. Number 9. England national football team, 1 World Cup. England's big moment came in 1966, and that win is still one of the most important moments in their football history. Because for England, football isn't just a sport, it's part of their identity. And winning the World Cup at home made that moment even bigger. Now, since then, England haven't won it again, but they've remained competitive. Recent years especially, they've built strong squads, deep squads, teams full of talent, and every tournament now, they go in as serious contenders. So even with one trophy, England stay relevant, because of their history, their talent pool, and their consistency at the top level. Number 8. France national football team, 2 World Cups. Now this is where things start getting serious. France jump up with 2 World Cup titles. And here's what's scary about France. They're not just historically successful, they're currently one of the strongest teams in the world. Their wins came in 1998, 2018. But that doesn't tell the full story. Because France have also reached multiple finals, produced world-class players across generations, stayed competitive across decades, and that's what makes them different from teams with just one win. They don't just have a moment, they have a pattern of success. From legends in the past to modern superstars like Kylian Mbappe, France always seem to have elite talent, and heading into the future, they're still one of the favourites in every tournament. So at number 8, France are already setting the standard for modern football dominance. Number 7. Uruguay national football team, 2 World Cups. Now this one surprises a lot of people, because when you think of modern football, Uruguay isn't always the first name that comes to mind. But historically, they are one of the most important teams in football. Uruguay won the first ever World Cup in 1930. That alone puts them in history forever. Then they did it again in 1950. And that second win? It's one of the most famous upsets in football history, because they beat Brazil, in front of a massive home crowd. That moment is legendary. Now yes, their success came earlier in football history, but that doesn't take anything away from it. Because winning a World Cup in any era is incredibly difficult, and Uruguay have done it twice. Plus, they've consistently produced top-level players, a small country with a massive football identity. That's what makes Uruguay special. Number 6. Argentina national football team, 3 World Cups. Now we step into true greatness. Argentina with 3 World Cups. And this is where football becomes emotional. Because Argentina don't just win, they create stories. Their titles came in 1978, 1986, 2022, and each one has its own legend. From iconic moments in the past to modern greatness led by Lionel Messi. That 2022 victory, one of the greatest World Cup runs ever. Pressure, drama, big moments, and Argentina delivered. But what makes them even more special is consistency. They don't just appear once every few decades. They are always competitive, always dangerous, always capable of going all the way. And when they find momentum, they become unstoppable. Number 5. Italy national football team, 4 World Cups. Now we enter elite territory. Italy with 4 World Cup titles. This is serious legacy. Their wins came in 1934, 1938, 1982, 2006. And what defines Italy? Defensive mastery. They don't just win games, they control them without the ball. Discipline, organization, tactical intelligence. Italy are the masters of defending under pressure. And in tournaments, that's incredibly powerful, because knockout football is about small margins, and Italy understand those margins better than almost anyone. Their 2006 win is a perfect example. Strong defensively, mentally tough, and perfect when it mattered most. Now yes, Italy have had ups and downs in recent years, but when it comes to World Cup history, they are one of the greatest teams ever. Number 4. Germany national football team, 4 World Cups. Germany are the definition of consistency at the highest level. They have 4 World Cup titles. But here's what really makes Germany special. It's not just the wins, it's how often they are there. Finals, semi-finals, deep tournament runs, again and again. Germany don't rely on one generation. They don't disappear for long periods. They stay competitive across decades. Their titles came in 1954, 1974, 1990, 2014. And each era had a different style, different players, different systems, but the same mentality, discipline, efficiency, mental strength. Germany are the kind of team that doesn't panic, even under pressure, and in tournament football, that makes them incredibly dangerous. Because when games get tight, Germany usually find a way. Number 3. Brazil national football team, 5 World Cups. Now we reach pure football greatness. Brazil with 5 World Cups, the most successful team in World Cup history. And honestly, this is where football becomes art. Because Brazil don't just win, they entertain. Their titles came in 1958, 1962, 1970, 1994, 2002. Different eras, different styles, same magic. Brazil are known for skill, creativity, flair, attacking football. They play with freedom, with confidence, with joy, and that's what makes them unique. Because while other teams focus on structure, Brazil add creativity. They turn football into something beautiful, and across history, they've produced some of the greatest players ever. Even today, they are always among the favourites, because talent is never a problem for Brazil. Number 2. Italy national football team / Germany national football team, 4 World Cups. Now here's where things get interesting. Technically, Italy and Germany are tied with 4 World Cups each, so depending on how you rank them, they often share this position. Both teams represent different styles of dominance. Italy equals defensive mastery, Germany equals consistency and efficiency, but both achieve the same result, winning, and doing it multiple times across different eras. So at number 2, we acknowledge both, because separating them is difficult. They are both giants of World Cup history. Let's recap. Number 4, Germany to 4 World Cups, consistency, efficiency. Number 3, Brazil to 5 World Cups, skill, creativity, dominance. Number 2, Italy / Germany to 4 World Cups, shared elite legacy. And now, we've reached the final moment. The most successful team in World Cup history. Number 1, Brazil national football team, 5 World Cups. At number 1, there is no debate. Brazil, 5 World Cups, more than any other nation in history. And what makes this even more impressive is not just the number, it's the way they did it. Brazil didn't dominate one era, they dominated multiple generations. From the late 1950s to the 1970s to the early 2000s, they kept coming back. Different players, different teams, same identity. And that identity is simple: play beautiful football, and win. Because Brazil are not just about results, they are about style. When you think of football at its most creative, most expressive, most exciting, you think of Brazil. They brought flair to the game, skill, confidence, freedom, and they proved that you can play attacking, entertaining football and still be the most successful team in history. That's what separates them. Other teams win, Brazil win and inspire.